Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lulu Tech Designs, and I'm your boy, Lulu Amak. I'm excited to be back with you guys with the fresh project. It has been a while, but we are back. Now, today we are going to do a fresh project, that is a Revit project, and it's going to be 3-bedroom house. We're going to start every process step by step from the time we're going to set up the interface. We're going to customize our workspace. Then we shall learn how to do the floor plan. We shall learn how to do the openings, that is wall openings. We shall learn how to create slabs. We shall learn how to create steps. And then, of course, ramps. We shall learn how to create a roof and all those things. By the end of this project, you should be able to design a whole house by yourself in Revit. And of course, this video is going to be divided into parts. And today we are going to start by how to set up a fresh project with all the settings, the elevations, and all those stuffs. So without wasting a lot of time, make sure you subscribe. If you have never subscribed, we have so many projects in this project. I mean, in this YouTube channel, so you are missing a lot. So it's better you subscribe so that we move together. So without wasting a lot of time, let's jump into Revit and see what we are going to do. So basically, this is the interface of Revit, and I'm going to use Revit 2026. That is the latest version of Revit. However, if you're using Revit 2025, 2024, it doesn't matter. They can still produce the same work. So this is the interface of Revit. When you have just opened it without creating a new project, this is how Revit appears. So on our left, we have the models. It's always at the top. Of course, the version of the Revit is always here, then followed by the models. So models is the place where we're going to create our model. That is where we're going to create our house. Then after models, we have families. For families, here you can create families. We call Revit components families. For example, a family of doors, family of windows, family of chairs, of furniture, things like that. Those ones are called families. So you can create those ones here. That's if you want to create a custom family of your own. And then down here we have the recent projects and all those stuffs. But nevertheless, these ones don't matter so much for now. So what we're going to do is we want to start a new project. For you to start a new project, you come to this model area and then you click on the new. If you have already started creating a project and you have saved it somewhere, you can just click on the open. It will open for you the computer browser where you are going to find your project. Then from there you can continue. But if you want to start completely new, the way we are going to start now, you just click on this new. It will give you a pop-up like this. That is a new project. And we have two scenarios with the Revit. When you click on this drop down, this one here, you realize for me, I only have like, I have two templates here. But for some reason, some people have all the templates indicated here, including architectural template, which we are going to use. So if you click on this drop down and you find architectural template among these, you just click on it, and then you check this project, and then you click OK, you're good to go. But if you don't have the architectural template the way I don't have it here, you come to this browse, you click on the browse, and then from this here they will say choose the template. Of course, the template you want to choose is not among this, so you come to this preview. You click on this preview, then you have to select this English because that's what we are going to use. So from the English, you will now choose the default metric, which is this one here. It will show you the 3 signs of elevations here. So here you can simply click open. Then it will open our default metric here, and project is already ticked. So we shall just click OK to open a new project in Revit. So basically that is how you can start a new project. And going forward, we're going to learn how to set up our workspace. We are going to do this until we start creating something. My PC is a little bit slow. That's why we are going to be a little bit patient. So this is the interface of Revit. You might not find your interface arranged like this, because if you are doing this for the very first time, it's possible that your interface may not look like this. Most times, the interface looks like this. Most times, the interface looks like this. You don't have anything this side. The properties and the project browser are always, most times, on the left or at the same place. However, for easier navigation and easy way of doing work, it's better to have these two separate, the properties and project browsers, to keep them in separate sides. So you can just click here, just like this. It will remove the project browser. You can put it anywhere you want, but most times it is better to have it at the extreme end. So you click on it like this, you drag it all the way. When you feel like it is going out of body, you leave. That's when it will pop up and it will fit where it is supposed to be. So this way, it will be really much easier to have the properties on the left, project browser on the right, so you can easily navigate between the two for easy work. So this is the first thing that you'll always want to do when you have opened a new Revit, when you have never done any project in the software before. So yeah, basically this is the interface. We have architecture, which is the default, and it has all the elements where you are going to design your house. You're going to ignore structure still. In fact, most of the things up here, you will ignore them. But of course, we shall be able to interface with the necessary tools that we are going to use along the way. So for now, we shall need to just set up our elevations. So now, to set our elevations, one of the most important component that we need to understand is the project browser. Let me just close this around here. So in the project browser, we're going to do a lot of things. First of all, we're going to set the levels. By levels, I mean the floor-to-floor height of the building. Let's say foundation, then ground floor to the roof level. All those stuff, we're going to do them or set them in the elevations. So when you are, from your project browser. So when you have your project browser just like this, you have never touched it before, you come to this view all. You click on this plus sign. Then it should be able to open for you these things. We have the floor plans, we have the ceiling plans, we have the elevations or building elevations. So these are the areas where we're going to start our work. Now, we're going to start from the elevations or building elevation. You click on this plus sign, click on the plus sign, you're going to see all the elevations, east, north, south, and west. So you can you can double click on any of these. It doesn't matter which one you click on. So I'll just click the first one, that is double click. Now it will show you the levels, level 1 and level 2 by default. Level 1 is basically the ground floor at 0. That's where we sit. I don't know if you are sitting on an elevated space. But for me, I'm sitting on the ground, so it is my first level, which is the ground level. Then level 2 is now above. Let's say this can be the roof level or the first floor level. And according to this default, the floor to floor height is 4 meters. That is 4,000 millimeters. That is how Revit has created it by default. Now we are going to learn how to customize this, because first of all we need the foundation, and then we're going to change this floor to floor height, which this 4 meters for me is too much, because we're just creating a 3-bedroom house, which is a residential, and we don't need to have that kind of height, because we shall have around 3.5 meters. So let's go and customize this. Now for you to customize this, you just basically, for example, if I want to change anything on this level 1, I'll just click on it. I'll just click on the line. You realize it will draw for you lines all over, even this space and all those stuffs. So I'll basically come to the level. I'll just click on that name. I'll change it to ground floor, something like that. You just, after finishing labeling, you can just click outside. It will leave it there. However, the lines, all these things are going to be active until you click escape on your keyboard. That's when it will disappear. If it has not disappeared, you keep clicking escape until it disappears. Then the upper one, or the level 2, we shall just click on the line again. First, we can change the floor to floor height from here, or you can click from here. Anyhow is a how, it will still work. So let's try this one. We just put 3.5. 3.5, when you are writing 3.5, 0.5 is in meters, but here Revit will show it in millimeters. So you can either write 3,500 millimeters, that will be still 3.5 meters, or you can write you can really write it 3.5. Then you have to put the M like that, so that Revit will know that you are writing 3.5 meters. So when you click enter, it will automatically jump to millimeters. So here we're going to say this is going to be our roof level, just like that. So I'll just click outside, then I'll click on escape so that it goes away. Now we have our roof level and the ground level. And of course, we need to have one more level for our building, that is the foundation level. So I'm going to create a foundation level. Foundation level is supposed to be below the ground floor. It's negatively down. So to create that, we have so many options. I think like around three options to do this. One, you can come to your architecture. You go all the way to your right. You find the level. You click on it. You come and simply draw. Something like that. Or let me delete it. Or you can just press LL on your keyboard, that is for level. Then you start drawing. You click one point, you move and click the next point. That is the second option. Let me delete it. The third option is to select one of these. Then you come to this create similar. It is a shortcut. So the short form is CS. Still the same. When you want to create this line to align perfectly with this, you come towards the edge. When you see these dotted lines, that means it is perfectly aligned. Then you can click one point. You just have to move your mouse without really dragging it. You don't need to first, when you have clicked a point here, you don't need to hold the cursor or the left cursor as you're moving. You can leave it free as long as you have clicked. It will take you here. When you also see these dotted lines, you just click. That means they're perfectly aligned. So I'm going to, first of all, escape. Then I want to rename it. You click on it. This time I'm going to change the floor to floor height here. I'll put 1.5 meters. That's for our foundation. It will appear here negatively. Then the name, I'm going to change it to foundation level, just like that. I hope I did. Yeah. So you just click outside and you click on escape. Now we are going to, we have created our levels now, because these are basically the levels we want to have for this project. So let's go to the floor plans and see what we have done. So you can now close your elevation by clicking on this minus sign. Then we're still in the project browser. So you open this floor plans, you click on the positive sign. You should be able to see all the levels you have created. If you have not seen any level here, that means there's some problem. Now for me, I don't have the foundation level shown here. For some reasons, I don't know if it is an issue to do with the Revit 2026, but most times when I create a new level, it doesn't appear here. But there's no need to worry because we can fix this. So now to fix this, you come to your view, you go up, you click on this view. From this view, you are going to look for plan views. You look for plan views, you click on this drop down, then you select floor plan. You click on it, you'll be able to find the floor plan that is not shown in the floor plan list. So we don't have foundation here, it is hiding here. Basically, if you had so many, they'll appear all here. You select all of them, you make sure you tick this, do not duplicate existing views, then you simply click OK. It should be able to appear. Now you can see in the floor plan, we now have all the levels that we created. We had the foundation, ground, and the roof. By default, it will create for us the site, because site is where the house is going to be built. So you can just now close this. You can even close this east elevation. Then you will remain with the ground floor. And this is where you are going to design your house. So basically, that is the purpose of this video. And of course, before we end this video, let's learn how to save in a project, a new project, before we can start designing the floor plan. So if you want to save a project, you come to File, you click on File, you go to Save As. Now you are going to see here so many options. We have cloud model, we have project, we have family, which is grayed out, we have template, we have library. We are going to use project. You can use template, but template is basically just let's say it's you can't find it in Revit interface when you're looking for the recent projects. But if you save as a project, when you open Revit, and you will be able to see your recent projects on the outside interface, and this will help you to easily select your projects without the need to go and get it from your computer browser. So we shall click on this project. Then from your computer, you should now know where you want to save this project. So for me, I'll click on my computer, I'll come to this, I'll look for YouTube. Then I have all these YouTube projects that you have done. So from here you can simply input the name of the project. So this specific one is let's say how to start up a Revit project. How to start up a Revit project step by step. So when you have finished labeling it, you see here the files of type. This one is supposed to be, the extension is supposed to be .rvt. So that is going to be a Revit project file format. So when these are all done, you just simply click save. Then you wait for the project to save. And when you see on top here, it will show for you that your project is now called this. So that is how you can save